Hi, my name is Bertie Leroux and I'm a transformational coach. I help people to find their passion and purpose so they can live their deserved life. Today I just want to share with you and talk to you about my journey as a coach, my how and my why. I think I've always been an educator and therefore always been a coach. I can remember back when I was a child, a youngster, it was always part of me helping others, helping them to become better, train them, play with them, sport, throw balls, kick balls, just to help them to become better. In the process, I got better. But the idea was helping people is what it was all for me about, and it was gratifying. So I grew up even as a kid, getting involved at school. Now, I was never a school leader, not a prefect or a class captain or a sport captain or whatever the case may be. But I was always there in support, talking and doing my bit. I never felt that was a shortcoming. Even in my older age, even if people appointed me the captain to a team, I would say to them, thank you very much. It is distracting me from performing to my best. I know myself. If I have to focus on the others all the time, then I will not be at my best. So get somebody that's good at it. I will still contribute my bit and my part. So throughout school, I did that. And when I broke my hip in my last school year, I started coaching at the school and helping my friends and other sport players become better by giving them practice and exercises outside the hours that was dedicated for that. And yes, it helped them. And again, it helped me. When I went to university, I did a BCom degree, in others in finances, but I also was qualified as an educator, a high school teacher. And I was very excited about it, and I started off, and I can honestly, sincerely say, I enjoyed every single day of my school as my role as a teacher. And as a sport player, I coached many sports at school, and I loved every one of that. So my why I did it was an inherent, I think, an in-birth willingness to be a coach and to be a trainer and a teacher and an educator, to make life better for others. Obviously, sometimes it boomeranged back, but because people don't want to be educated, sometimes they believe they're doing their best, and that's fine. And unfortunately, sometimes people that believe they're good at something get shocked that they might not be the best. And they forget that just reaching out to somebody to help you to become better, a coach or a mentor, will make you achieve much more. And success as a teacher doesn't mean that I just build champions. I build people that perform and exceed their own expectations. Playing sport doesn't mean everybody must win. Somebody must come last. But the person that comes last doesn't have to carry a label of a loser, because he or she is still challenged by their own best time. And if they come off the track and they have done a better time than the last one and run their personal best, they've achieved. And that's what you as a coach and as a teacher has got a role to play, to make certain that people understand their strengths and they're supportive. I left teaching after a couple of years, not because I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed every second of my teaching career. I loved it, but I couldn't fit into the structures of the schools, the management of the micromanagement according to the curriculum, driven by that, not by the achievement, but about getting through the text. I couldn't accept that. And as an accountant, I believe that debtors and creditors and balance sheets and income statement, the principles would be the foundation of every accountant's future. or even a businessman, entrepreneur. So I spend much more time building and solidify the foundation in the subject of accounting, for example, to the detriment of my own goodness, because I was scolded by the teachers because I didn't stick to the syllabus. But was I a good teacher? With respect to everybody else, I can say I was. I was an exceptional teacher. Kids loved what I did, and the success that they came through with in the class and the tests and the exams solidified the fact that I was doing the right thing, but I didn't fit in. So I left. Part of my teachings is do what you love doing, but if you don't fit in, get out, because you are doing yourself an injustice. But even though I left teaching, I always stayed a teacher. My staff and my teams was always developed by me as best I can. Sometimes my colleagues will say, Bertie, how could you be the number one reference to your best staff if they come to you and look for a reference because they're looking for another job? Then I would say to them, it is my responsibility to grow my team to the best they can be. And as far as my job, where he is, he's exceptional, and he's now reached his peak as to where I can take him. So I will help him or her to find another job where they can grow further. To my detriment, because you lose your best staff. Now you have to get new staff and train them. And sometimes good ones, they can train sometimes not such successful people. But it's my responsibility as an educator of my staff, as my team, every person that come my way. And that's what my passion, that's what made me alive and kept me alive and kept me going. So that's where I am today. That's why I'm a teacher. That's why I'm a coach. I want to make certain that you can be the best that you possibly can. And deep down here lies potential beyond your own imagination. Somebody might unleash it because for some dark reason it's kept in here, locked up in a safe. You don't even know where the key is. It's not fair, because God gifted you and you must use those gifts. They may be locked in here, so you are doing it God an injustice because He entrusted you with those gifts. So it's my role, my job to help you get them out to become the best you possibly can, as coach and as a mentor. The how, the what is secondary to that, because of your uniqueness, I will coach and train and develop and mentor you with a bespoke approach. Principles stay the same, the way I do it for you different. Outcome mostly for all the same. So that is my why. I'm a coach. And I think I'll probably go to the grave as a coach, as an educator. Passionate about it. Yeah, my kids said, Dad, you're preaching. But then I stand in the sidelines and I watch them. And they do those things because you help them, it becomes second nature. They don't even know why they do it. And as a teacher, if you can do that, man oh man, you've done what you set out to do. And you don't just have to be a teacher and an educator and have to go to a coach or a mentor. Every single one of us has got a role to play as a mentor and as a coach. I don't want to challenge you, or I just say to you, just do it. To everybody you meet. Sometimes people are uncoachable. And even as a coach, sometimes you must say to somebody, sorry, I can't coach you. I'll find somebody else where there will be a match. Because I need to make certain that the trust and the relationship in this coaching relationship is there. Otherwise, I cannot go forward. If you don't trust me, for whatever dark reason, we're wasting each other's time. So that's also a responsibility of a teacher to build that trust in the relationship that you have with your coachee. And when you see how they perform and how they change, often the change is subtle at the beginning, and then later on you just see this phenomenal change, and see the joy and the happiness. And I can tell you many successful stories, but for another time. For now, I just want to say thanks for listening. Just become a coach. Just become a mentor. It's deep inside you. You too can do it. And unleash that potential for you as well. And for those that have been coached, build a relationship with trust with your coach. And you will never be sorry, because you will be an exceptional person. Please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube, and I'll see you in another video.